4th and goal to go to the 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Takes the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
Here is Jeff, the host of the Gridiron.
All right, now, of course, now we got Younghoe Koo. Now, whatever it was, a couple of years ago, I don't remember what year it was, he was obviously with the Falcons. And one of the games we played in Giants, MetLife Stadium, the Giants were beating the Falcons. And 3/4 of the game, 3.5 quarters of the game, somewhere around there, the Giants were winning. The Giants had the control. Giants were, but we let the Falcons hang around. Of course, and what winds up happening, the Falcons scored like a touchdown so late or whatever like that. Then they get the ball back and they march down the field. And I think his time expired. Mr. Koo here kicked the game-winning field goal against the Giants, and Giants might have blown another game. Let me see here. All right, let me see here. It was a few years ago. I remember Atlanta came to town. Let's see here. 18. Might have been a Judge game. Let's see here. All right, now let's try 2021. Because Koo's been around for quite a few years here. Yeah, 17-14. Yeah. As we started 0-3. So that was Judge's second season. So we started 0-3. The Giants were winning. 14-7. And with 4 minutes to go in the game, the Falcons scored a touchdown to tie it up 14-14. But, I mean, for the most part, let me see here in that game. Yeah, the Giants had 346 yards. The Falcons had 296. The Giants had 21 first downs. The Falcons had 18. But, the Falcons scored 10 points in the last, 4 minutes of the game. The Giants, for the most part, had the better of the play. And as time expired, Younghoe Koo, 40-yard field goal to give the Falcons the 17-14 win over the Giants. That was in the second year of the Joe Judge era, right? So the Giants started the season 0-3 because of that game when they should have won. But Gano, it was 2 seasons ago, right? He had his hamstring, I believe it was. Then he had a knee, right? Now he has a groin. So, going to be interesting to see how long he's out, if he is. The other thing, too, is going to be interesting that if Gano does wind up coming back, and he's supposed to be the starting kicker for the Giants. Say the Giants are playing at 1:00 in the afternoon. Well, did the Giants elevate somebody off the practice squad and dress another kicker just in case Gano gets injured again? Are they going to do that the whole season? Waste a roster spot on the 53. Just 46 guys. They're going to put 2 kickers on there just in case. How's that going to work out? Right? Or if Gano actually says, "Oh no, I feel good. I'm good to go," and okay, you'll be our only kicker, and then they get down and they pray to sweet dear baby Jesus. Oh, please don't let Gano get injured. What are they going to do? Right? But at least we got Koo. I mean, I'll tell you what, it was that's a pressure job. That's a pressure job. He missed one kick. Now it was the kick at the end of the game to tie the Bucs. Now it wasn't for a win or anything like that, but it was to tie the Bucs at 23 to send it in overtime. And then, of course, to let the chips fall where they may. You don't know who would have wound up winning that game. But it was a 40-something yard field goal. He pushed it to the right, wide right? He pushed it, he kicked it to the right and just kept sailing over there, right? So I don't know if he kind of choked or exactly what it was, but so far this year he was 2 for 3. He missed one field goal, and they let him go. That's a pressure job. Now, to be fair, also the year before that, he was 73%. Was that what it was? Last season, yeah, it was 73.5%. It was 25 out of 34. Right. So in this modern age, 73.5% field goal, it's not even 3 out of 4. I mean, that's not good. If we're talking like 1970, and you're 73 point, you're a Hall of Famer. You're 35 out of 24, 25 out of 34, whatever it was, 73. You're like, oh, they're like, oh yeah, you're an All-Pro, you're a Pro Bowler, you're a Hall of Famer, you're the greatest kicker of all time. In this modern age, then he cut it. So he didn't have a very good season last year. Now, to be fair, I don't know if he had any injuries or if he just a lot of them they were the 40 and the 50-yard variety. Okay? I think last season, if I remember, looking at that chart real fast, I think he connected on all his extra points last season. I think he was like 26 out of 26. So the short ones he was doing pretty good on. It was just the longer ones. Now, how long? I mean, he's not. He's 31. So I mean, in kicker age, that's not really old. Especially when Adam Vinatieri was like 97 when he finally retired. So I mean, you can kick for a while, right? But so I don't know. But early on in his career, I mean, Younghoe Koo was, let's see, 2017 was his first season. Right? He played for the Chargers. Then in 2018, he didn't play. But 2019, he was 88.5%. 2020, I guess he was a Pro Bowler. Pro Bowler, an All-Pro, or he was 94.9%, almost 95%. He was 37 out of 39. 2021, he was 27 out of 29. Then 2022, he was 86.5%. 2023, he was 86.5%. Actually, 2022 and 2023, he was 32 out of 37 both those years. 86.5%, that ain't bad. I mean, that ain't bad at all, right? But last season, he was 25 out of 34. As long as it was 58, so he's got some length to him. It was 73.5% field goal percentage. That's not good. This year, he was 2 out of 3. He missed a 1 to tie the game, and then after that, they just let him go. Well, actually, they let him go after the this past game. Well, I think their other kicker was like 5 for 5. So they're like, the other guy is 5 for 5. Might as well just let Koo go. So they let him go. The Giants picked him up. He's on the practice squad with Hey Jude, right? So now we've got 2 kickers on the practice squad. Not sure if Gano is going to. It's seeming like he's not going to be able to play. I'm going to go over the injury report. So be interesting to see who do the Giants, elevate. Do they elevate Koo or do they elevate McAtee? Right. Let's see here. Former Falcons kicker Younghoe Koo finds a new NFL home. So if he does ever make it to the stadium and he starts kicking, the fans are going to be going Koo, Koo, right? Just the way with Malik, they go leak, right? So Koo might be a folk hero. We'll have to wait and see. But it's only a matter of time before the former Falcons kicker Younghoe Koo landed a new home. Less than a week after being released by the Falcons, Koo is signing with the Giants practice squad, according to a report NFL Network insider Mike Garafolo. Koo, who's 31, not that old, missed a 44-yard field goal in the Falcons' season-opening loss to the Bucs and was benched for week 2. After practice squad kicker Parker Romo went 5 for 5 against the Vikings, the Falcons made the decision to release Koo. Giants kicker Graham Gano suffered a groin injury prior to Week 3 game. Koo gives the Giants a proven kicker in case Gano has to miss time. Mike Garafolo writes, with Graham Gano dealing with the groin injury suffered on Sunday in pregame warm-ups against the Chiefs, the Giants bring in an experienced leg in Koo, who needed a fresh start after his struggles in Atlanta. And I said, the last 2 years, he whatever the reason, it's far, from me to actually try to diagnose what's going on, but you're averaging like 80 last 2 years, and maybe prior to that, you're averaging like almost 87%, and you go from 87 down to 73.5%. I mean, so I'm not exactly sure what it is, but something's wrong there, right? So maybe a fresh start, right? Romo struggled after the Falcons signed him to the 53-man roster on Saturday. The 28-year-old went 0 for 2 in Atlanta's 30-0 loss to the Panthers. Head coach Raheem Morris said that the team would look to bring in competition for Romo this week, but it will have to be someone else other than Koo. So he went 5 for 5. They let Koo go, and then Romo went 0 for 2 in the next game. So Morris said, we got to bring in some competition. You've got to do that until you get it right. Falcons released cornerback, whatever. We got here this one too here. Giants signing ex-Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo after the Graham Gano injury debacle. Yep. After the latest Graham Gano injury embarrassment, the Giants are adding reinforcement at kicker. The signed former Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo to their practice squad on Tuesday, according to NFL Network. Koo, who was a Pro Bowler in 2020, but is coming off a rough 2024 season in which he missed 9 of his 34 field goal attempts, and he went 2 for 3 in Falcons' Week 1 loss to the Bucs more than 2 weeks ago. Well, they scored 20 points, so he kicked 2 field goals, but he missed that third one. Yeah. Obviously, Gano said, I was warming up just like normal and just felt a pull and went in and talked to the trainers. They wrapped it up and tried to keep it as loose as possible, Gano said. They couldn't send me out not knowing if I was going to be able to get the ball over the line of scrimmage or not. Gano ended up making a 25-yard field goal in the fourth quarter to cut the Chiefs lead to 16-9, making a one-score game. But he grimaced after making the kick. So, unfortunately, what you don't know, making that kick and wind up being, worthless points, did that set back Gano even more, right? Of course, Jamie Gillen missed an extra point attempt, which got blocked. I believe the kick was low, right? A similar situation unfolded last season during Week 2 when Graham Gano pulled his hamstring chasing down a Commanders returner on the opening kickoff. Gano entered that game with a groin strain, but the team insisted that that had nothing to do with the hamstring issue. So then he had his knee issue as well too. So he's had lower body issues, So he's 38 years old. So this might be the last season for Gano. We need somebody in here who can stay healthy. Let's see. Jude McEntame is already on the Giants practice squad and figures to get a chance to play on Sunday against the Chargers if Gano is out. So we're going to have to wait and see. Wait and see who the Giants, elevate. I mean, if Gano can't go, it'll be interesting to see. Does Koo get, elevated or not? So at least we do have reinforcements though, but I mean it just goes to show you. I mean, the rotten luck the Giants have. It's if the Giants don't have any rotten luck, they have no luck at all. It's like it just seems like almost week in and week out, like anything that can go wrong, it goes against the Giants. It's just simply amazing. It really is. And your kicker hurt once again for the second time. I mean, actually, so you look at 17 game, what they said, the last 17, 18 games, right? We've lost our kicker like 2 times in 17. I mean, some teams can go like decades without losing a kicker in a game. right? And we're losing every 17 or 18 games between this here and you go back to when we played the Commanders last year, 18 games ago? We lost our kicker twice. It's like unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable.